Hey, what's up, homies, and welcome back to my Let's Play of SimCity 4. Back in Northbridge. Well, the first time I started recording this episode, I said I thought it would probably be the last or second to last episode in the city, but, well, basically I just spent an hour banging my head against the wall trying to get a rampage change to work, so now I'm thinking that might be optimistic. As you probably ascertained from what I said so far, the reason I'm starting recording now, after I already was recording a version of this episode, is because I ran into a crash and lost everything. But, like I said, I was spending so much of my time that, with bashing my head against the wall, that it really wasn't even that big of a loss. And I remember, I had just figured out how I could make everything work. And I was just on the home stretch, so now I can probably do it all much faster and in a less boring way to watch. Hopefully. Yep, basically, I'm guessing right now, this episode, we'll have time to do 2 sets of ramps. One is a half set, very easy. The other was a massive headache, but as I said, I got a detailed plan for how to get everything through figured out now. The reason it is such a massive headache, of course, is because you can see right here it has a GLR line and a rail line running through right in the area that the ramps have to take up as well. Man, ew. Not as much of a headache as this one, perhaps. I mean, I could never manage to find an elegant solution for this one. It still doesn't have the functionality I would have desired. But anyway, let's get started on this shit. First off, with these, what do you call them? You know, I'm gonna reroute this entire expressway. Because I have to turn it elevated here, so the transition is gonna be around here. But I'm going to try to do it in the absolute minimum amount of space possible. Of course, we've got to take care of this first. Actually, maybe even not. Might be able to do this in a tighter amount of space than I was the first time, if I'm lucky. Boom. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this is just getting an idea. I think I'll do things a bit differently this time around. Since it will mean less ups and downs overall. So for this half set of ramps, let's get the avenue puzzle pieces out of the way first. And there's gaps off there, and the overpass piece. Good, that's all we need with that puzzle piece ring. So avenue X RHW. Kind of hard to see the yellow line on these pieces, but what I've been doing recently is trying to figure it out from the location of the shoulder. There we go. Yeah, that looks like what we want. Still can't see the yellow line, but shoulders seem to be working well enough for me at the moment. A couple starter pieces. Yeah. And ramps in facing that direction as soon as we can. That gives us a little bit of space for acceleration right here. Man, perfect. That was a flawless execution, if I say so myself. And I like how that looks. It's a nice change of pace from most of the ramp sets I've built. Got the MIS flat. So okay, our deal now is we want to get absolutely as much space as possible before we make this corner, because we're going to need every inch of it if we want to get that GLR through. Yeah, that's what we want there. It's a real tight corner. I don't usually like building stuff like this, but it's a very heavily urbanized environment, so space is at a premium. Yep. We can pretty much... We don't want that GLR getting in our way for a while. Actually, what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to even have it continue under the freeway on the avenue at all, because that's just a bit too derpy as it stands. So we're going to have to replace that GLR bus stop with a pure bus stop and have our GLR line run along this axis instead, under the highway over here just before the corner. In the end, it's no less direct of a route, just brings it off the main avenue in what happens to be one of the most traffic susceptible areas, right on a full ramp interchange, so you could say it's a real boon that we're able to move it out of the way. Boon to traffic safety, that is. Alright, so let's run this avenue straight through. Connect this road here because we can. This street, I think we'll resume road status for a longer duration. Actually, I'm not entirely sure about that. Yeah, I'm sure about it. There's a lot of medium density buildings around here. They could use the capacity, to be honest. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. Yep. Yeah, I can already anticipate how we'll be doing this. So one of our first priorities should be to get these ramps into place. The deal on this side is I want them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. Things were making sense for a minute, but that's just because I had forgotten that the way I've done this all to work was actually by moving the rail line over it. I'm not super happy about having to move it. But, you know, We could have had to do so much more to make this all work. And in the end, it will all work. Get some new houses in place to replace the ones we destroyed. Yeah, that's just the minimum space right there to have any kind of MIS transition. We've got enough space right here to have the transitions with starter pieces attached on both sides. So basically, we're in business. Yeah. This curve in the highway is also going to have to be moved a little bit back, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so now we can have these ramps here. Scroll back up to our transitions. We should be done with this interchange in record time. True record time. There we go. Yeah, we want the starter pieces. Yep, just like that. And that. And that. Go back to our RHW2. Do some dragging. Ooh. And I forgot one more thing. By having this drag through, when I place the starterless transitions, it makes them connect, where otherwise they're a bit finicky with elevated highways. But I found that as an effective workaround. Yep. Perfect. Doing the path of the GLR a little bit differently from how I did it last time, but it should work just as well this way. And our roads make a little more sense. I had to move quite a few things around the way I did it last time. Oops. Alright, let's get to work. Yep. Start with the Tram Avenue. Takes a while to get to this piece. Oh, almost there actually. Yeah, that's what we want. One piece of filler. This in here. And our left curve. Our left turn. Sort of a half left turn, if anything. rejiggering there. Creative rejiggering. Huh. Wait a minute. So I'm trying to get this tram into the same path that street now runs. Didn't realize that for a minute, but I got it. Yep. Oops. It's on the road piece first. Maybe just forget about it. Right turn. Diagonal. That's great. Should be enough space to I can't drag my GLR under Project Symphony? I did not realize that I wasn't able to. Well, we're gonna have to use an exceptionally ugly looking puzzle piece for this though. And hopefully it won't screw up all of our paths. If it does, I might just leave it until it's fixed anyway. Just because this is the only way I could find to get this stuff to work. That's exactly what we want. There we go. Let's get overload puzzle pieces really quick. And some straight puzzle pieces. Oops, that's not what we wanted. Is that a bus stop right there? Yes. So this should be an excellent place for a station right here across the street from it. Okay, already occupied, are you fucking me? Okay, I'll destroy some puzzle pieces first. Now it'll work, right? Nope. Now it works. Guess it just wanted to fuck with me a bit. That's what we want. And sure looks nice to see everything hooked up. So now what we gotta do, build some row houses on that side of the street. And some actual houses on this side. And you know what? I really might as well make some streets that connect here. I can't think of any reason not to, at least. Or any convincing reason not to. Yep. Fairly certain there's no worry about the capacity of that road, so we'll just let it carry these extra intersections. Yeah, I'm liking the look of this so far. That was a save real quick. That's why the day-night cycle came back on. But anyway, let me take another look at this. Yeah. I don't know, I kind of like how it's starting to shape up. I think we've got enough material to actually, you know, one last thing I could do. These areas are never going to be able to hook up an entrance like that again. So, it'll only take about a minute to fix this area up. Might as well do that now. And I can improve its overall connectedness quite a bit if I want to. I wonder if I can get this. Yeah. I could, but I'd have to demolish that building, which of course, you know, it's a stock building, I wouldn't miss it too much. Still, it's not something I really need to do right now. Instead, we'll just have our intersection over there. Have it go like that. Downgrade this into a street. Hopefully the pattern on that isn't too messed up. Yeah, it might be, but then we'll put some trees alongside it so it looks less empty. But we get our transition right there. Plenty of space around here. hook up our ground highway, and let that be that. Yep. Hopefully, actually, might as well do the trees now, because I think we are almost done with Northbridge. Looks like my guess at the beginning of this episode wasn't so optimistic after all. We have a lot of these plane trees around this side of town, so the highway commission is probably going to be amenable to planting some more. I'm a big fan of these trees. When I first built the city of Northbridge, just downloaded it, all these Simfox trees. I was pretty big on placing them all over the place. That's why they're all along these beaches here. The river beaches, huh? Yeah. First is to look more in proportion with the size of the highway. There are highway commission's favorite trees who already established. But Northbridge is just special like that. Get them on this side of the water too. Right alongside the freeway. Yep. That is they really don't look too bad when you're careful not to make them flip with the roadways. That's really the biggest problem with these larger sized trees. It's a problem in cities XL too, and the new SimCity too, actually. SimCity 2013. I bet anybody who's watching this is glad that I'm not wasting my time with that. Alright, so, you know what, we're probably edging up on 30 minutes already. Oh, there's another thing I forgot to do. Build this overpass. I can do that in less than a minute. What I say? Tell me if that took more than a minute, because I'd be very surprised. Anyway, we're already edging up on 30 minutes, I bet, but I think we'll let the time run for a little bit, see how things redevelop in the areas that were destroyed by this slew of expressway construction. It's going to take a bit. It's a very industrial city, but industrial demand is probably lower here than in all but one or two other cities in our region. Looks like people are using the new ramps already. Yeah, a fair bit. So flattered that my work wasn't totally useless. I really like this half set of ramps more than this one, which leads to the same places. Yeah, this avenue just isn't very popular in general. People apparently do not cross between the north and south of the paths of the east side of our city very often. No, I bet this area could do some parks or some such like that. So let's give them basketball. See if that helps. Yep, sure enough. It's a pretty big change. More inner city basketball like it here. Yeah, I really love that. Apartments all over the place. And across the expressway, seems more like a tennis kind of neighborhood. That's the place. Yep, looks like I guessed right. What about way out over here? Could always use a ranger station, I suppose. That definitely enjoyed a little bit of redevelopment. Anyway, yeah. Looks like we're pretty much done with Northbridge. Kind of sad to be going. It's probably one of my better cities overall. You know, it really has an atmosphere to it. But, yeah, who knows? I might find a reason to come back. Anyway, see you guys next time when we extend our expressway retrofits to yet more cities of our region.